Hi guys, and welcome to Creative Cakes by Sharon. Today I've joined with some of my YouTube friends to create a Captain America dessert table feast. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of my video where I'm going to leave all the links to each of the fantastic tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how I made this quick and easy Captain America shield cake, so let's get started. I'm going to start by smearing a little dab of frosting onto my cake board and position my first layer of cake down. Now I'm going to add the filling, and I'm using some red, white and blue frosting, just piping a circle of each before adding the next layer and repeating this once more before adding the final layer of cake. Now I'm just going to add a crumb coat with the white frosting, starting at the top and working my way down the sides. It doesn't need to be a very thick layer, as I'll come back and do that in a moment. Once it's all covered, I'm going to pop it in the fridge for about 10 minutes to set. Now I'm going to start covering the cake, and then as I move down to the side, I'm just going to apply the frosting randomly around the cake, and this time I'm going to make sure to leave some big gaps, which I'm going to fill in a moment. Before moving on, I'm just going to quickly smooth the top so it's nice and even. Now onto the blue frosting, and once again I'm going to add patches randomly in some of the gaps I had left, but I still need to make sure I leave just a few more gaps for the red. Guys, this is such an easy cake for you to make at home for the kids because it's not something that needs to be absolutely flawless, and the look I'm going for is kind of like a battle cake. Now before I'm done with the red frosting, I'm going to quickly check if I've missed any gaps and fill them up. Now using a scraper, I'm going to hold it at a right angle to my cake and gently spin the turntable around, scraping off a lot of this excess frosting, and at the same time creating a nice blended finish look. Now I just spotted a couple of gaps at the very top, and they're easily fixed by popping on a little more frosting and going back around with the scraper. Now for the top, I'm going to use my offset spatula to gently bring in the edges, and as I do, you can see it creates this really cool kind of spiral effect. After a quick clean of the board, this will go in the fridge to chill while I work on the shield. So here I have a little template, and I have some round cutters that are roughly the right sizes I need. I don't actually have one to cut the outside circle, so I'm just going to cut around my template for that. I also have a small piece of non-stick baking paper, some red, white and blue fondant, as well as a fondant roller. I've rolled out the red fondant to about 3 mm, and I'm just going to cut around my template now. Once I have the red circle, I'm going to place it on the baking paper so that it can be easily moved without sticking. Now with the white fondant, I'm going to use 2 cutters at the same time to cut the white ring out, and while I have the fondant rolled out here, I'll go ahead and cut the star out as well. To make sure the white ring is centered, I found it easiest to use the cutters as a guide and gently maneuver the fondant until it's sitting correctly. Finally, for the blue center circle, I cut a star out of the center so that I could place the white star in the middle, and then use the small circle cutter to cut the round shape. You could of course layer each of these circles, but this is just a little way of reducing the amount of fondant you need and also the overall weight of the shield. Now once I'm happy with the positioning of all the pieces, I'm just going to stick them into place with a little bit of water. So here's my cake out of the fridge, and I want the shield to actually protrude from this cake a little bit. So before I stick it on, I'm going to create a little mound of frosting, and then using a little bit of water, I'm going to position the shield in place. So the cake looks pretty nice as it is, but I wanted to add one final touch with a little bit of silver luster, and using a small brush I'm just going to create some brush strokes over the frosting as well as over the shield to give it that rough battle look, and that's it. I think this cake looks really effective, and when my kids saw it they thought it was pretty cool too. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. If you did, let me know by giving it a like and also dropping me a note in the comment section below. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you click the subscribe button, and if you want to see what else I get up to when I'm not filming my tutorials, you can connect with me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram or Twitter. Now, as promised, I have the links to all of the other fantastic Captain America tutorials on screen. Guys, make sure you check them out and leave these guys a comment to let them know I sent you. I really love doing this collaboration with my other YouTube friends because I think that all these little items would go perfectly together to make the most amazing Captain America candy table. Guys, I hope you tune in next time, and as always, thanks for watching.